I've read a book, Man's Search for Meaning. Viktor Frankl, I think, is his name. I see you've read that too. The man he was in the concentration camp, and
Yes.
won't you explain his basic premise on that, if you recall?
Well, I'm not sure I could. The basic premise, as I recall, is that it's more internalized than it is externalized.
Hmm.
This man was utterly miserable as far as his physical circumstances were concerned. One can only imagine the horror and the experiences of a Nazi concentration camp.
Hmm.
On the other hand, his point was that in the inner man, in the heart and the soul and the mind of a person, you make choices every day. And you choose either to let these people, these evil, monstrous people, be victorious over you, or else you are victorious over them because you won't let them do what they want to do to you.
Hmm.
And and I'm absolutely sure that most people in those prison camps never really came to that recognition, but he did.
Right. And one of the things I recall from that particular book is he said as long as someone had something to look forward to beyond that concentration camp, as long as they kept the belief, I'm going to get out, I'm going to see my wife, I'm going to see my children, I'm going to go back to my business, that they could make that day-to-day thing. But
Right,
when they gave that hope up, like if they found out that their wife had died, he said it wouldn't be 2 weeks, they'd be dead.
right.
Um, and for me, the Christian, in a similar sense, as long as we keep that hope, you know what, I'm looking forward to a home in heaven, then the challenges and troubles we face here, and as you mentioned a while ago, those little things, they don't get to us as much. But if we give up that hope, we're finished.
That's right. I remember times I worked for many years as a construction worker out in the heat of the summertime, putting myself through college and through graduate school. And I can remember one particular fellow who would always watch the clock. And as we got into the afternoon, the heat, the sun would be beating down. We would be just miserable in the heat working. And he would look at the clock and say, "I can do anything for 2 more hours."
Hmm.
And like you say, it's just that hope that beyond that 2 hours, I can get into the cool, I can get out of the sun, I can sit down and rest for a while. And that's the beauty of being a Christian, is that we don't have to live our lives thinking that only what we are experiencing now, no matter how bad that may be, that what I may experience right now, I have to experience from now on. Because when I read the book of Revelation in its closing chapters, I may not be able to understand all the symbols that are found there, but I know they're all really, really good.
Right.
And whatever else they say there's something really, really good that is waiting for the Christian on the other side. And for that, I can endure the hardships, I can endure the difficulties, I can endure the heat of the day and the work of today and of tomorrow and however long, because I know on the other side there's something waiting for me that's a whole lot better than anything I know here.
Right. And um, to have the understanding that during the heat of the day and during those miseries, we're fulfilling our purpose.
Right.
That we can have a happiness
Hmm.
while we're going through it, looking forward to that beyond.
Yes.
Hmm.